Starting. All right, welcome to 80s. Celebrate and connect. Woo! Showing it off. Oh, my pads are going way down. Way down.
Lisa's losing her shoulder pads.
Way down.
Oh my gosh. Happy Monday, you guys.
Woo!
Happy Monday.
Okay, I gotta take a picture of the screen. I'm totally taking a picture of the screen.
Before we forget, because everyone is looking awesome.
Okay, give me your best, funniest look, or wait, I'll take my glasses off so you can see my fabulous makeup.
My stars.
Okay, I'm gonna do another one. Okay, I have no idea where I'm looking. I don't know really what's happening there. Wow, this is good. You guys love this?
Yeah,
So
this is
fun.
fun.
All right. Woo! We are really getting the hang of this. 4 weeks in, and I'm recording. 4 weeks in. We are figuring this out. C&C, take it away.
We are doing it. All right, ladies, if you could just please hit the mute buttons on your screens, that would be much, much appreciated. I am so excited to welcome you guys to our 80s themed C&C Virtual. You guys look amazing, amazing. I love it. Everyone's looking beautiful. So fun to see your faces, and we so appreciate starting our weeks with you guys still through this interesting temporary circumstance, right? So we are super excited. You guys seriously look so good. Like, oh my gosh, like I just love looking at everybody. Everyone looks cute, and even if you're not 80s, you're still cute and professional, and I just love it. And everyone looks great, and just all the side ponies and the hairspray in the house is ridiculous. I'm so excited.
Okay, wait, I gotta stop you for a second because my mother saw me in the 80s and I'm looking at you, C&C, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like looking in a mirror. Like what you look like, I looked like that. All that.
Love it.
All of that. All of
I love
that. I think I had, is that my shirt? No. No?
No,
Okay. Sorry.
It's a men's shirt, so that counts.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
So good. So good. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us this evening. 19 participants. Absolutely fantastic. So excited to have you on. And I think we are just going to keep her moving here. And I'm going to throw it back to Lisa so that she can give you our layout for this evening. We're going to have lots of great training and recognition. So, Mom, take it away.
Okay. All right. So, thank you guys for being here. I am going to take out my amazing shoulder pads now. 2 on this side, 2 on this side, because they're going down my back. And this is an actual top, so they're not designed to go in it. Okay. All right. So just do some quick housekeeping again. So we'll have you, thank you, C&C, for everything you shared. We're going to stay on mute until you are ready to be the speaker. And then I am recording, as I said, and I am going to suggest again that you put your screen on the right-hand side where it either says gallery view or speaker view. I'm going to encourage you to put it on speaker view so that you're not being distracted if there's any movement going around. And that's just a personal choice. Of course, you don't have to, but you may want to. And I am recording it, and I will be recording it on speaker view so that you can just see each speaker at a time, okay? I want you to actually, can you see my eyebrows? Like the last ½ inch is fake. Yeah. Look at that eyeshadow. You know how hard it is to make something look out of place with Mary Kay because it's so good? Okay, also love my husband's ring. Have to take it off. Okay, it's too big. Okay, all right, here we go. So let me share the agenda real quick. First of all, let's give it up for our 80s girls. Woo, woo, looking good, my friends. You know what? I'm gonna go gallery view for a moment so we can go one more time. Whooping it up. Yes, I love it. All right, you guys crack me up. All right. Right, so here is our agenda again. We are going to go through consultant recognition and see who is moving up. We're going to share our brave, and several consultants are going to be sharing tonight, so be ready for that. And also our Courage Nation Offspring sales directors. And then I will wrap it up. Sound good? All right, I'm assuming that was a yes. All right, so consultants moving up. If you guys want to pull out your latest news And those of you that are in the Mac unit or the Rise unit, and C&C, if you would like to go ahead and start, that would be great.
I would love that. So we are super excited to congratulate our fabulous senior consultant with one active team member, Maddie G. Snaps for Maddie, Maddie G. Fabulous, up in the crowd. The fabulous super senior with 2 active consultant, Megan Amin. Woo-woo! She is wave, wave, love it, love it. The fabulous Kelly Strasser as a star team builder with 3 active team members. Woo-woo! Raising the roof with her headband. I love it, I love it. And of course, the fabulous B-Rad representing team leader with 5 or more active with that ponytail. I love it. Thank you, ladies.
Ponytail. Love it. All right, then we'll go to the Courageous Cadillac Max and our senior consultants, recognizing our beauty consultants with 1 active team member. We have Janaea, Jen G, Katie, Rhonda, Whitney, Judith, and Dory. Katie's dancing in her screen. I love it. Super seniors, Dawn Emanuele and the Maggies. Let's hear it for the Maggies and the Dawns. Dawn's early light. Okay. Then plenty of room for star team builders, team leaders, future directors, and DIQs. There is plenty of room for all of you ladies. All right. Then let's go to consultants who want to share their brave. And Katie asked everyone if Dawn has a perm. That is exactly what Dawn wants it to look like.
That's awesome.
That's so good. All right. So if you would like to share a brave with us this week, those of you that would like to do that, what I'd like for you to do is put your hand up really close to your face so I can see who that is. And then I will go ahead and pick you. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to put my glove back on because it's just too fabulous not to. And it is legitimately from the 80s. Thank you, Dory Anderson, for the bag of lace. All right. So I saw Alicia's hand, so she'll go first. And then if someone's hand comes up after that, you guys can go after that. Take it away, Alicia.
All right, so can anybody hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I have been doing a daily outfit of the day on every weekday. And Lisa contacted me wanting me to talk about this. And basically I started it as a way to give myself some daily accountability in the wake of being furloughed from my day job. And I wanted a way to basically make myself get up, get pretty, start my day with some confidence, and it has blossomed into this beautiful thing that has really boosted my confidence and reconnected me with some people that I haven't talked to in a long time. And honestly, it has become this beautiful thing where a lot of these people I'm now talking to, and I have been getting their addresses, and now I'm sending them envelopes full of samples. And it is just expanding and growing into a wonderful business growing and self-affirming and confidence boosting wonderful thing.
We are so excited for you. I am putting on gallery view because I want you to see when I record this, all the claps, all the cheers, all the love coming at you. So you guys, if you don't follow her on Instagram, please follow Alicia Clark on Instagram. It's Wall of Doom, actually, because her maiden name was Wall. This girl. Okay, so I have been following these outfits because you know how we were talking about please hashtagging Courage Nation and Courageous Cadillac Max and then following those hashtags? Well, she does that. And I do that. So all of a sudden I happened upon this Courageous Cadillac Mac post of Alicia Clark. And I was like, who is this stunning beauty here? What is this?
So good.
She has been doing this, yes, for how many days? Are you on day 6?
I'm on day 6. Yep. Week 2, day 1.
Okay. This girl, you guys, first of all, have you seen her face? Okay. Like seriously, like she's the poster child for porcelain beautiful, like, yeah, okay. And Alicia, I'm recording this on gallery view because I want you to see everyone's heads in case you can't right now. Everyone is like, "Mhm, yeah." She's tagging the places that she got the outfits in and is tagging Mary Kay US and is tagging the lipstick color because it's the easiest thing to tag on an outfit of the day. And it's gaining traction, my friend. It's good.
Yep. Yep.
It's really good. And she's like, she knows how to pull her outfits together. I'm like looking at her like, I want to wear that. Where can I find that? You're really good at what you're doing, Alicia.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. Would you have had the confidence to do this had it not been for our temporary circumstance?
Honestly, probably not. I probably wouldn't have really even thought of it, and I probably wouldn't have considered myself to have had the time to do it. That would have been a real big thing. I would have had the excuse of, I don't have the time, and that excuse is gone.
Wow. Okay, so because of our new temporary circumstance, you have gained new confidence and found a new skill, gaining new relationships, and gaining business.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, we're all going like this for you. Alicia, oh man, thank you so much for sharing. I'm good at dropping my papers. Thank you so much for sharing that. I am so super proud of you. So super proud of you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. And I think now you're going to have more followers that are going to be loving on you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I all of the samples that I've been sending out, I just happen to have some sparkly envelopes, and people are loving the sparkly envelopes. So if you can find
Nice.
like special stationery, that just brings it to a whole new level.
Awesome.
They were from Office Max, so if you can find those, they're fantastic. Everybody loves something sparkly.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you for that little extra tip.
Mhm.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else?
Megan,
Okay.
Dory.
Yep. I see Dory and I see Megan. Go ahead, Mom. I gotta unmute yourself. Let's see. I can do it for you. No, I can't. Oh, there we go. Oh,
There you go.
go, Dory.
Quick. Okay, with Lisa's help, we set up Dory Mary Kay VIP's page, and I am getting a lot of responses I never expected. I'm getting new customers signing up on the Mary Kay website. And I also started calling more people when I saw that they responded. I've called them, just checking in to see how they're doing in this unusual situation, temporary circumstance, hashtag. And I'm getting orders. I had a marvelous week last week. Totally marvelous. Totally marvelous.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cece's doing snapping fingers or something.
Okay.
Snapping fingers. We're going to give you some love.
Okay.
Show her the love. Yes, absolutely. Showing you the love. Great job, Mom.
Thank you.
Right, Megan, can you unmute yourself?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. I'm a little nervous, but Cece encouraged me to share. So I have some news. Well, back in, so 4 years ago, I looked into joining the National Guard, and I almost joined, and I did not have the confidence to do it. And then I backed out the last second. And then 2 years ago, I almost did it again. And I was not in a good place at all about joining physically and mentally. And so actually, like 3 weeks ago, I've been talking to a recruiter, and I'm actually going to follow through this time, and I am joining the National Guard. And I want to say that Mary Kay has had a big impact on my mental health, of bringing positivity into my life and helping me get to where I am now. And so I feel like this time I can fully commit. And I think at the end of the month, I will be official but then I won't be leaving until the end of summer, so hopefully I can see you all before then. But I want to say, like, Mary Kay had a huge impact on, like, the positivity in my life, and just being a part of all of you guys and helping me become that stronger person to be able to pursue this. So 4 years later.
You're getting so much love.
So much love.
B-Rad says she wants to be Megan when she grows up.
Aw, thank you
you.
for sharing that, Megan.
Yes.
Thank
Well, I thank
you.
all of you. So
That is awesome. Congratulations.
thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Wow. Okay. Anybody else? All right. Maggie is joining us from another country again. I don't know what that country is. Maybe
It kind of looks like Sesame Street.
it's Sesame Street?
Where are you, Maggie?
I think it's Hey Arnold.
Oh!
And let you download a bunch of things.
Hey Arnold, isn't Hey Arnold from the 90s?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't remember. Probably, but it was the closest I could find.
That's great. How creative. So very creative. So creative. Okay. All right. We are going to move on then, my friends. And we are going to move on to some product training. And I am excited to introduce you this evening to your product commercial specialist is none other than the fabulous beauty consultant, Jenny Kiesler. Jenny Kiesler, take it away.
Hey everyone.
Woohoo!
Well, let me ask you this. Who wants skin that looks lifted and firm? Who wants skin that looks younger? Like, we're all in the 80s, so why don't we want our skin the way it was in the 80s?
Yes.
And who wants skin that appears more luminous? Well, the one product I love is the biocellulose masks. I love these. When I do them, I just open up the package, you unfold it, you take off one layer, you put it on your face nice and tight so that it adheres to every little crevice and nook and cranny, and then you pull the top layer off and you just sit there and you veg out for like 20 to 30 minutes. I honestly have done it longer because I've forgotten I had it on.
Yes.
And I just love how cool it feels on your face. And then you go in the bathroom and you just slowly take it off and you push it all around and rub all the excess stuff everywhere, especially your décolleté. And this product is so amazing that after 4 weeks, the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles was reduced for many people that have tried it. And a lot of people saw excuse my brain moment there. The regimen visibly lifted and firmed their skin within 2 weeks. Who else can say they have a product like that? I mean, come on, this is a lifesaver. I love it, and it's a great pampering session for you, your friends, and whoever you want to have fun with. Sells for $70, and you get 4 of these in one box, if I'm correct. And it's so worth the money because you're going to pay probably double or triple that at a spa. I love it, you guys. If you don't have it, start using it. Any questions?
I want to use it. Great job, Jenny.
You're
Huh?
muted, Lisa.
Oh. Lisa, you're muted.
Muted.
Okay, I said B-Rad has a question, and Jenny, you're getting a lot of love.
Aw.
Jenny or anybody, I guess, if you can answer this, what is our selling point for a sheet mask versus like any of our other masks that are in tubes? Because obviously this is way better than the $1 sheet mask you get at a checkout somewhere. But obviously we only have one type of sheet mask. So how can we kind of leverage that?
I think it's all customer preference, really.
Okay.
That's totally true.
Were you going to say something,
think-
Cece?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference with this one specifically is the all of the anti-aging in it. It's definitely, obviously, being a part of the repair line is more concerning. That I've done it with my well, this grandma has done it, but also my other grandma and I have done it, and she saw a noticeable difference in her skin. So certainly your middle-aged to more mature client would really appreciate it, while people like us would just appreciate it for the high quality spa experience. So I guess that's definitely, for me, that would be the biggest difference is just the high quality age fighting.
Go ahead, Dawn, and then go ahead, Andrea.
So I don't know if you gals saw this Christmas, there was a unicorn glitter hologram brightening mask that was pretty much targeted to teen girls. And first of all, the girls that were breaking, like having this bad reaction were like 13-year-old girls that don't need brighter skin. They have beautiful skin. But when you go to the store, these companies are just throwing out products that, what are the ingredients? What are the testing? What is the backing? What is the quality control? When something happens like that, who is responsible for this? And when they buy these sheet masks from us as beauty consultants, they have the backing of a global company. They can come to us and say, hey, this was tingly. Hey, I had a problem with this. So, yeah, you can go to the store and you can buy a couple dollar mask. But when you look at like the charcoal mask that you can get for $1 or $2, for one application versus 24 for our tube, the value isn't there, the backing isn't there, the testing isn't there. So Mary Kay has done all of that quality control, and that's what makes it really a better value. And if you're going to do something to your skin that you want to improve it, why not make sure that it's actually going to improve it?
Thank you. Andrea?
Yeah, thank you, Dawn. I just have a couple things. First of all, I personally have tried our biocellulose masks as directed, 2 per week for 2 weeks. And I had people asking me like what I'm doing differently. So there's that. And then one of my clients, excellent client of mine that I've had for many, many years, she's definitely more mature. And she was asking me, because she's like, these are pricey compared to what I've seen. And I said, well, I'll send you some and you can compare and determine if you feel that they are better quality than what you have tried. And so she's like, after she tried them, she's like, yeah, those are definitely better. So there's that testimonial as well. And then I also personally have tried other masks, sheet masks, like from Macy's and whatnot. I got some higher end ones and some middle of the road ones very inexpensively, and I tried them out just to compare, and you guys, not pleasant in comparison to ours. One of them actually irritated my skin. I had to take it off because it felt like it was, I don't know, it was very cold, but almost felt like it was on fire. So I took that one off. And then I had another one that just, the texture of the mask, it just didn't work very well. So I figured, why bother continuing to look for, not that I'm looking for other things, but I hope that helps you out.
Yes, thank you. And then also to remember, let me go back to gallery here, is that the biocellulose mask is, you want to compare those to spa products, to what women are actually getting in a spa type setting, the hair salon, what the esthetician is doing. That's what the biocellulose compares to, with the time-wise volume repair in it. So it is not designed for the kid. It's designed for the woman that wants to see a difference in her skin. And so particularly we market them when we're like, they say, since you're going to use it twice a week for 2 weeks, like if you're getting ready for a class reunion, like class of 85, or if you're getting ready for a wedding or a special party or whatever. My son is texting me. He's not here, so he might not know about the 80s party all of a sudden. And it's made for women that are particularly looking for a special occasion, right? So I specifically asked Jenny to do it tonight because I said, women aren't necessarily preparing for a certain event right now, but they might be preparing for escape. And so escape should be coming in about 2 weeks, I'm thinking, maybe sooner, but probably 2 weeks. So if we all did this 2 times a week for the next 2 weeks, we are going to look like the class of 85 just arrived when we get out. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking. So use it. Even if you're young, use it. I learned something from a beauty consultant in Marie Farr's unit way back when I started in the 90s. Her name is Mary Ann Zwiebel. She has been a beauty consultant for the history of the world forever. And she would always say, try absolutely every product, even if it's not for your skin type or what you would normally use, just so that you know how it feels and you know how it works. She said she even tried the men's line just so that she could experience it on her skin and get an accurate opinion. Side note, those of you that saw my Batman husband on our page, he willingly put on the charcoal mask, not willingly took a picture, but did willingly do the mask, and was on his own. The picture was not so much on his own, but when I use you guys as the greater good, and not just because I want a cute picture of my husband, but when I say, honey, we need it, because then when Ashley is talking to Curtis, she can say, see, Terry Mack wears the mask. Oh, okay, fine, we can do it then. Okay. All right, you guys, does that answer mask questions? All right, very good. Thank you, Jenny Kiesler. Love it. I think that should be our challenge for the week, is trying the biocellulose mask. Yes.
Love it.
Let's do it. All right. Next, I am going to introduce you to the fabulous high quality cheek applicator lady. All right, so Katie Sikorsky is going to tell us about her latest online party that she just did. Take it away, Katie.
Hello. So I kind of want to give you guys a quick rundown of the party that I had. I think it was like actually 2 weeks ago, but we had a really important guest last week. So I'm going to kind of just give you a brief synopsis of how I had it go, and then a couple of notes about how effective it was. So I started with an invite. I sent out personal messages and texts just saying I'm having an online Mary Kay event Thursday at 8 o'clock. You can learn about products and we can talk about something else for about an hour. You want me to send you an invite? That was it. People had to say yes to actually get invited. So I created a Facebook event page and only added people that said, yes, I want to do that. I invited like 40 to 50 people. I got 15 RSVPs, 4 maybes, and 8 never responded after they said yes. And I would say about 10 people were with me from the beginning to the end, which I thought was pretty successful for a Thursday night. So I started it going live, introduced myself, told my little story, and then I kind of gave everybody the idea of how the rest of the party was going to go. Essentially, it was run kind of like a party where comments counted as raffle tickets, and I kept a little tally sheet. I had 2 people end up winning. And then I started with intros to a bunch of different products, and then I sent them to one of the Mary Kay either commercials or videos about that product. I did about 12 of those short videos, and people's comments and questions or opinions counted as raffle tickets. At the end, I gave 6 quick facts about Mary Kay. introduced my set sheet, which was something that was already thought up ahead of time, but it was 2 sets, buy 2 sets, get a third for 25% off, or buy 5 and get a free roll-up bag. It's kind of funny. Nobody wanted to do a set, even if no, I had someone pick out 2 sets, but it was like, no, I don't want to do a third. Whatever. I went live halfway through and I called it halftime, and then I went live at the end to kind of close everything. Actual closing went through Facebook Messenger and asking the normal questions we have after a party. But what I found interesting was the first one was, did you have a good time tonight? And a lot of people were like, yes, this is exactly what I needed. So I invited them into my pink bubble for an hour, and they were all grateful because I didn't talk about the C word, the COVID word, or anything like that. So a couple of fun facts about my party. It was about an hour long, and I had almost $600 in sales. Yeah. And I had one person actually go to Facebook jail because of too many comments. So I continue to have her Facebook message me personally so I could keep counting.
Oh.
So that was my party. I don't know if I would do it like that again, but I'm really glad that's how I spent about an hour and a half of my night, because it was well worth it for me and everybody else.
Yes. Yes. Look at all the love you're getting, Katie. All the love, all the feels. All the feels. I love it, Katie. Katie and I were talking about this earlier, and I said, you know what? You had 10 people at your party? That is awesome. That is so awesome. And the fact that she rewarded them for commenting, because then we know they're paying attention, right?
I could not keep up.
I love that they said to you, thank you. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you. Does anyone have a question for Katie? C&C.
How long was it? So you said it was about an hour and a half total?
It was just over an hour, and I had a little bit of prep time on the end and a little bit at the end as I was kind of closing out. But basically the event was about an hour.
And you had pre-recorded the videos and you were posting them, or you were live?
So I was live. It was like a live sandwich with live in the middle.
Okay.
And then they weren't my videos. They were videos from In Touch, videos I've seen from Mary Kay.
Oh.
Yes. So
Gotcha.
I was just I told Lisa, I was like a Mary Kay DJ. Just like, and now.
Love it. Love it.
Yes.
Awesome.
So Tracy asked about the videos. Yes. So she just did the shareable videos from Mary Kay. Just put them in. They commented.
Cool.
Put them in. Yep. Like Mary Kay DJ. I love that you said that. That is what a great way to describe that. Really great way to describe that. I love that. Yes, please.
So I did have orders that night that I delivered the next day, and some of the people were like, that's really fast. I'm like, I am now faster than Amazon.
Yes, indeed. Brittany has a question, and then Maggie.
Yeah, so Katie, do you think then your engagement, Miss IT woman, was increased because you got off your live video, gave them an action, like watched the video, and then you hopped back on? Or do you think if you would have possibly stayed live the whole time and like shared your screen perhaps like on Zoom, would that have been better?
I'm not sure. I didn't use Zoom. I did everything in the Facebook event. And honestly, besides being a participant in Zoom, I'm not familiar with it. And I also don't know if I would have wanted to be live like the whole time. It was kind of nice to have my break because I was catching up with comments from like the video before during the next video.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Megan, did you have a question? No.
It was
Amanda. Yes, go ahead, Amanda.
So I was just gonna go off of kind of being live the whole time too. So without going too much into my party, I just had a Facebook Live party on Saturday as well. And one of the good things about that is it lets you kind of schedule your post. So I was able to schedule the entire party and then just be 100% available to all the comments and questions that came up. So
That would have been a
that
good
was
idea.
so that was definitely a perk to like not having to be live and keep tally, because I did the same thing with like every comment, like a ticket. And so it was really helpful to have them all timed and scheduled to keep up with all of the other stuff while keeping myself engaged too. So
That's a good idea.
That is a
Yeah.
good
I wish
idea.
I would have thought of it.
I love that Katie made it a separate event so
Mhm.
that they had to get an invite to it. And I think when you do that, and thank you for sharing that, Amanda, is you get genuine interest then, because if they're going to say, yes, they want to be part of the group, you know that they want to watch,
Mhm.
right? Dawn asked what kind of products you showed.
I mean, I know we talked about lipsticks, the naturally line, the 3D line, the brow products. I can't really remember all of them off the top of my head, but it was kind of a wide range of different products. The one for the microdermabrasion was a little bit long, but it showed you how to do everything. So it was a nice variety of clip sizes and different formats, where some was just purely advertising and some were people actually talking to the camera and explaining things.
Okay. And how about you, Amanda?
I also did a wide variety, but so I had a pre-party kind of going on too, just to get them excited leading up to the actual day of the party, and some games, and like winners got extra raffle tickets and things like that. But I actually utilized the polls a lot, just to kind of engage or to determine like what they wanted to hear about. So I did go from skincare all the way up to makeup and things like that, but definitely tailored it to the polls. And I did ask everybody's feedback at the end of how they felt that it went. Some of the girls that were at that party on Saturday were at the virtual party C&C did on Thursday. So I asked them to kind of compare which they preferred. And I got a lot of feedback that just the live, like written, was more preferred, because then they could go back and read and like visually compare the products. So I did get that. I was talking to my cousin Becca, who has been like my #1 supporter through everything. And she did say that it was a lot of information in burst. And so I was talking to C&C earlier that I'm going to try to play around a little bit to see if there's ways to do like albums in a group. So it's like skincare album, eye makeup album, and kind of try to figure out a way to still get all of the information in that group, but not
all
too
over.
long. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Amanda. You know, if you guys go onto the onto In Touch, onto that digital, you know, the brunette girl with her computer. I'm gonna sit down now. You got all my energy, right? You got enough? Did you get enough energy from me so far? Okay, good. All right. If you go into the digital thing and you click on it, it actually gives you a really great list of what products you should start with. And it gives you different tabs of, you could do skincare, you could do a little color, you can do masking, whatever. Did all of you see my brush tutorial that I did on Saturday? Great. Okay. And if you haven't, please go back into my customer page and look at it. So I too did a poll to see what things people wanted to do. And I encouraged all of you to give me your opinion about what you wanted to see, because I wanted more responses. And here's one of the things I want you guys to keep in mind is that people aren't going to respond. Some never, but they're going to watch. And they'll comment. And they'll text you later. And they'll call you. And now I'm getting a question about a brush from Saturday from someone who wasn't even watching it. So stay with it. I love that you you have the group so that when it's all done, they can go back and look at it and you don't need to repeat anything. And I said that in my tutorial. I'm like, I'm not going to repeat anything. You could just rewind me when this is done, right? And it was only 23 minutes from start to finish for the brush tutorial, which I did on purpose because I wanted it to be out there, but I didn't want it to be too long so that people won't watch it, right? You can go longer when you're doing your live party like you guys did. That's different because you have them engaged. That's different. But I got to tell you, and then we'll move on. I got to tell you on, let's see, the day I did my brush tutorial, I was doing something else. Oh, and then you may have seen on my regular wall that I accidentally recorded a video to my regular wall. And I meant to put it to you guys in a minute or so in. I realized, about a minute in, I realized it was going to the world. And I decided to keep going. And I got so much love for it. It was unbelievable. I don't know if I offended anybody, but I only got love on the comments and that I should do it more often. So I'm going to go with that. But I was really glad that I did that. And I came in and I was quickly scrolling to look at my video. And I was telling my husband that I goofed up and that this is a thing. So you too can be a Cadillac sales director. So should you ever accidentally post somewhere else, don't worry about it. And one of my friends is in another company and she was going live on her personal thing also. So just her personal wall. And I was very interested in what she had to say, you guys, but I couldn't keep watching because I had to go. And because she was doing it on her live wall and not in a group, she hasn't reposted it yet. So she wants to repost it with all these links and make it like really fancy and stuff. She has now completely lost my attention. I don't care anymore. I did then. And then she took too long to get to the information. And I'm like, I love you, but you're taking too long. Okay, real life, your Facebook parties, your online parties are not going to be like real life, right? Real life, you have kinesthetic energy. They can feel you, right? You can't even tell how tall my hair is because I'm on a flat screen. I just want you to know though, it's pretty darn good. Okay. And Zoom parties aren't the same or whatever, or Facebook, because I can't even hear any of you right now. So I'm totally going on the fact that I have you right now. I have you all on gallery view because I want to see all of you so that I can get your feelings. So it's kind of like when we've been watching a lot of church online. And if you watch a church service that is not doing any altering and they're only doing it as if you are sitting there, it is not translating. Things need to be far more quicker. An hour-long church service needs to be 25 to 35. It's not the same, right? And so your Zoom parties are going to go faster. First of all, you don't have any interruptions, but they're going to go faster and they can. And you can let them go faster because they can go back if they want when it's done, right? So Amanda, I think that was so super smart of you that you scheduled them so that you could be answering the responses while the next one was coming up. I think that is brilliant. I think we all better write that down. I think that is absolutely fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, and then we're going to remember that when we're on our fan page and when we're on things that we've invited people to, you can do a call to action. You can do what Katie did and say, here are my sets. What would you like? Okay, that's far different than just being on your personal page saying, you know, buy satin hands from me. That's a call to action. You can't do that on your regular Mary Kay wall. You have to do it in one of your groups. Okay, does that make sense? I'm going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. Okay, let us move on again then, shall we? Because I would really love to introduce one of my most fabulous offspring sales directors, my first offspring sales director, who is wearing the most fabulous makeup tonight. Like, you guys, she sent me a screenshot in advance. I think people are going to want to copy this. So, Andrea Gracielny, would you please take it away for us?
I would love to. Thank you so much, you guys. This is so fun. And I got a little carried away applying makeup tonight.
So
But
good.
it was fun. And I have naturally 80s hair, so that wasn't too hard to make it big, right? Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit about two things. First of all, do not tire or do not grow weary in sharing about the satin hands and satin lips products, because people's hands are still getting dry. People still need the pampering, softening of the products that we have. And so I just want to encourage you to keep up with that, because I was thinking about how personally, like I maybe put a couple posts out there a couple weeks ago about it, but what we need to be doing is continuing to post about it, because not everybody sees all of our posts, right? And people are still suffering with dry, cracked, chapped hands. And you guys, we know that that is not a healthy skin. So it's only going to make things worse. So we truly have these products that are so, 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 so good. And I don't know about you, but I remember my early days in Mary Kay, and I was taught to use everything Mary Kay. And that included my hand soap. And I was like, really? And yeah, so if you don't have the satin hands scrub at all of your sinks, I want to encourage you to do that. Have every flavor, just open them up. I mean, if you were smart and took advantage, or if you were in Mary Kay when we had that satin hand sale, and we got all the hand creams and all the satin hand sets for a reduced price, you guys, like my shelves, I have plenty. So I'm excited to use those, of course, gift them and share them. So, we'll keep talking about it, okay? And some of us are doing like donations, and you can boost your production for yourself as for the team by moving lots of them. And you're maybe not necessarily, like if you're going to do donations to the nurses and doctors, you may not be making a penny profit, but you guys are moving products, you're doing good, you're feeling good. It's, your stickers on the back of those products, right? Your stickers on the back of all of the products that leave your store. And so they're just going to get out there in the world, and then, just trust the Lord that he will bring it back to you, right? Because what we put into the world, there we will get back, is what am I trying to say, you guys? You sow what you reap. So essentially that's it. Okay, so that's enough about the satin hands. And then you may have also heard about this hashtag MK Standout Routine Challenge, right? So this is super fun, and this actually starts April 20th. And so you can show your customers, your followers, and your friends your personal Mary Kay skincare routine on social media. So this is going to help you practice your skills by posting one skincare step each day for 7 days in a row. And so you're going to post this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or all three. So if you need help, you can find daily post ideas online. And, this is a way for you to show off your true, authentic love for Mary Kay skincare. And remember to use the hashtag MK Standout on every single post. All right, so this is from April 20th through April 26th. So super fun, and people may not be using a whole lot of mascara or eyeshadow these days, but they're definitely, well, they should be washing their face. And this is just something funny too that I love to tell people. If we're gonna cocoon, we might as well emerge as butterflies. So that's what I have for you. Back to you, Lisa.
So good. So good. Okay, I'm going back to the view here. There we go. There's the gallery view. Give her the love. Yes. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, first of all, her eyes, like seriously, the eyes, her eyes, like they're so.
Can you come close? Yeah, closer, Andrea, all the way. Get in there.
What did you use?
Oh my gosh.
remember watermelon cheek color?
Yeah.
The cheek duos? It's like watermelon cheek color on my eyes and on my cheeks. And then what was the peachy one?
Juicy peach?
Juicy
Guava.
Guava?
Juicy guava. Yeah, so that's my eyeshadow as well. I did the pink and the orange on my eyes. And then, I don't know, I have a few things in my stash from a few years ago. So.
I love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you for sharing about the challenge. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. And thank you for, again, the reminder on the essential products, the cleansing of your hands, your lips, and your body. Thank you for sharing that. You know, the company really wants us to promote that right now. And the fact that, Andrea, you already recognized that, thank you for that. And as a reminder that Mary Kay should be every single item on your sink everywhere. Absolutely. You're washing your hands, wash it with the best products that are available on the market, right? Yes, yes. Does anyone have any questions for Andrea?
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thanks, Cece.
Truly. Thank you, Andrea. Really, really appreciate you sharing all of that. And now I'm going to turn it over to my second offspring, who is my first offspring from my body and my second offspring sales director. Please take it away, Cece.
Woo! Oh, I can't whip it as good as Brittany. Okay, I tried. Oh my gosh, you guys. We're learning so much tonight, right? So of course, I have more to tell you, and I hope this excites you. I'm going to share with you a little bit more verbiage, just like last week, because I know this is great. We have a really great mix of some seasoned consultants or some less than a year consultants, as well as everywhere kind of in between. So this is awesome, and I'm really glad this is going to be recorded so it can be referred back to as well. So what I wanted to give you guys some verbiage on this time is confidently talking about the opportunity to people outside of one, Mary Kay, and two, direct sales. So, you know, your boyfriend or your friend's boyfriend, or, you know, that friend that doesn't really know a lot but likes you and is trying to ask you questions and maybe just isn't quite sure what to ask, right? Or maybe you're not quite sure what to say. So especially as new consultants, just kind of giving you the tools to use the right verbiage, the right words, represent your company confidently, and at least just give you the words so that you can educate, right? We're always out to educate. And that, I was saying, never defend, always seek to educate with kindness, because we always just want to make sure people know where we're coming from, right? That's what Mary Kay Ash would want us to do. So I had an educational conversation recently with someone that misunderstood a little bit of our sales model. So I just wanted to make sure you guys know. So one word that we can definitely make sure we're using is duo marketing, D-U-O marketing, dual marketing. We buy it at wholesale from the company and sell it at retail to our customers. We buy it at wholesale, we sell it at retail. We are a dual marketing company. We also have multiple streams of income in Mary Kay, which is so beautiful. And you guys, that is truly what sets us apart from, I would say all, if not most, many other direct sales companies, especially ones that people, generalizing people here, would call a pyramid scheme. When people say that, what they mean is a company that is only built on recruiting and commissions off of those other people, right? So that's what people mean when they say pyramid scheme, is because it's recruiting only. And that doesn't always allow a person to be as successful as they could, right? Because we have a product that we can sell at retail to anyone, anytime. And Mal, is that you, Samsung? Can you just mute yourself? That would be so great. I think that's Mal. Thank you. Okay, so that is something that can be a little bit misunderstood. So dual marketing. So we have an opportunity to sell a product at retail. We also have an opportunity to team build. So that really sets us apart, you guys. You have to know that for sure. And in Mary Kay, I just came up with this. I'm brilliant. We build teams of teams. Okay? We build teams of teams. Now, you've been hearing a lot of that, especially when the crews Started last year, building teams of teams, meaning I recruit Brittany. Brittany has 5, 7, 8 million fabulous team members, right? Brittany recruits Kelly. Kelly has 5, 8, 7 fabulous team members, right? And then we're working on Steph, and then I recruit Megan, and Megan's got team members, right? So we're building teams of teams. So it's our responsibility to use the verbiage that we want other people to use, you guys. So the words under, for example, I've never appreciated that word in regards to Mary Kay because it's simply not correct. So, oh, C&C, so you're under your mom, right? And I'm like, well, I'm on her team, yes. I'm on her team, yes. So you guys, let's use the verbiage that we want other people to use when they're talking about our company. And because you can be a leader at so many different levels in this company, it's important to give the same respect to a brand new consultant with 1 team member as it is a national sales director with hundreds of team members, right? Saying the word under indicates that someone is above. And you know that that is not how we roll in Mary Kay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The analogy that I came up with is Starbucks, you guys. You don't go into Starbucks and order a medium. You order a grande. Why? Because it's their words. They tell you they have tall, grande, and venti. So you order a tall, a grande, or a venti. You don't order a medium. They correct you. Have you ever been corrected at Starbucks? I have. I'm like, can I have a medium or a grande? You know, they're saying, oh, grande. And I'm like, yeah, grande. Use the words that you want them to say to you, okay? So that's our responsibility. That's definitely our responsibility. We want to be armed with knowledge, right? And if you're not sure, if someone asks you a direct question about your business, you guys, and you're new, or you're just not quite sure how to word something, please just reach out to your sales directors. We are happy to help you word something, or happy to help you along with that conversation. Also, my favorite one, and one I will continue to stand behind, and I know many of you have gotten better at this over the years, as have I, is that you own your own businesses. Is everyone aware that you own your own business? We all know this, right? Just making sure. Okay. So you do not do Mary Kay. You own your own business. Oh, what do you do? I am a Mary Kay consultant. Oh, I own my own business. Oh, what do you do? It can stop there. Thank you, Andrea, for the love. It can stop there, you guys. Sometimes that happens. We're you know, you're out and about, you meet someone, and my mom has done this. Oh, you own your own, oh, I own my own business. And they're like, oh, cool. Da-da-da-da-da, right? And sometimes it doesn't go further than that, and that's okay. But if you're saying, oh, I do Mary Kay, you guys, give yourself the respect and give your company the respect that it deserves. And I wrote, little time, lots of time, or full time. You own your own business. You're also, because of that, you guys, you are an independent contractor. So you represent Mary Kay. You do not work for Mary Kay. I'm pretty sure you guys all know this. I'm just reiterating, okay? So when someone's like, oh, how long have you been working for Mary Kay? And you're like, oh, actually, I represent them. I am an independent contractor. I own my own business. Mm-hmm. I've been doing that for 7 years, right? So just some different ways. Are you following? Is this helping? Not? Okay, good.
Yes.
Because you're an independent contractor. So because you're an independent contractor, you're also a small woman-owned business. You guys can claim that nice and loud and clear. Thanks for the claps, Christina. Nice and loud and clear, okay? You are a small business because you are an independent contractor. Oh, professional beauty consultant. Yes, Andrea, I love that. I'm a professional beauty consultant with Mary Kay. Yes, you are. You 100% are, okay? Newbies, also, this is a little tip that I've heard my mom say, and I wanted to catch someone on it recently in a different business. If you have been in your business for less than a year, you've been in your business for less than a year. Oh, like 3 months. I don't know. I think it's like 6 months. Like half the time you don't know, right? Because you're so new, you're so excited. You really don't know how long it's been. You're just like trying to learn all the information. And someone's like, oh, how long have you been doing that? And you just say, oh, less than a year. Confidently, you guys. Oh, less than a year, I've owned my own business. Wow, cool. It could be 2 weeks. They don't need to know that, right? They don't need to know that. My mom's first party, they're like, how long have you been doing this? You did great. She's like, oh, just a couple of months. And I don't even know if it was that long, Mom, right? Like, you were brand new. Yeah, she was terrified. She did great. So yes, is this helpful for you guys?
Yes.
Okay. One thing that I'd like to close with too is when we were doing our Facebook party on Friday, which I can definitely teach more about on a different day. We asked, I posted to get some conversations rolling about their consultants because it was a unit-wide one, and 2 of them separately. One of them I think about Megan, or Amanda, sorry, I confused you guys. I hope that's a compliment. It is. About Megan, Amanda said the same thing about me, that we are retail, relationship-based retail. Relationship-based retail. And my friend that said that, you guys, has purchased from me 1 or 2 times in the last like 2 years.
Wow.
We recently reconnected. She was on Dreaming in Jammies last week, my friend Emily. And she can tell that from that little time we've spent together at college to me serving her across the country, for the record. She is not a local customer. Serving her across the country using CDS and becoming and continuing to stay connected via our relationship online, and then just serving her needs, right? That's what we do, we serve. So we are relationship-based retail. I love that. Also bringing it back to in-person relationships, and that will definitely never be replaced. So continue to strengthen them and just be there for your people, because that's definitely the best thing that you can do right now. I can put those words somewhere else, I'm sure, at a later date if we need to.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Absolutely, Cece, because it's like when we have our list of disempowering words and empowering words and how we can change that. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for those reminders. I really appreciate that. And I catch myself too. And I appreciate that you shared those. I love what you said about, confidently sharing it less than a year or whatever. I love that you said that. And you guys, we know how professional we are compared to other companies, right? At least I really hope you know. Please tell me you know. I will tell you. Because after all these years, yes. Never defend, always educate. Yes. Andrea, Cece gave you, or Cece, I goof those two up often. Cece, Andrea gave you props. I meant to say it that way around. I have called them each other's names for years. We're consummate professionals, right? And actually that's one of the things that I'm going to be talking about tonight. So thank you, Cece. Does anyone have any questions or comments for her before we wrap up this part? Megan.
I just want to say thank you for those reminders. I definitely needed them. And I'm going to make goals for myself this week, because I don't do that. So I feel if I write them down and then share them with you, then I'll be reminded of what you were sharing now. So yes, I'm going to make goals now for this week, and then hopefully I can keep it as a weekly thing. And so I appreciate the reminder.
Absolutely. Thank you, my friend. I'm excited to work on those with you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Megan. Okay. All right. I am going to be sharing some things now. So I'm going to go back to speaker view. So I'm going to be taking up your whole screen. Now, when I'm on full screen like this recording, I cannot see your chat. So if you do happen to say something, I won't be able to see it now. So hopefully we can review at the end. So I want to also remind our Courageous Cadillac Mac unit how we are doing on our Dinner on Your Director Challenge. Your 50 grand days, right? 50 grand days in 50 days. And we're doing really, really well with that. We have till the 30th. We're a little bit behind on our 50 interviews in 50 days, our sharing appointments. We've got 5 so far. I know that we can pick this up because we're going to be talking about dreaming in jammies. And it is ever so clear that people need some happy people to hang around right now, right? Mm-hmm. And that was the first thing that Katie's people said to her was, thank you for the distraction. Thank you for this. And we know that the Dreaming in Jammies is just such a fun way to share the opportunity because it's very relaxed and we share stories. Consultants share, sales directors share, and we get a lot of feedback from our guests, and it's been going really well. Last week's was recorded, so if you want to search me out on YouTube under Lisa Cadillac Mac, you can see last week's Dreaming in Jammies, okay? Then for my personal unit, and you may want to do this with your director, so I'll let Andrea and Cece take care of that themselves, but I did start, or am starting this week working on Wednesdays. So from 12 until 1:30 p.m., you can type into our Zoom. What do? Log in? I don't know. Type the meeting ID into Zoom from 12 until 12:30 on Wednesdays. And all you're basically doing is like checking in, like, this is what I got going for the week, or this is what's been working for me, or, hey, I just want to see you, or I just, made a phone call to somebody. There's not a specific agenda right now. It's just another way for us to connect. And I thought it might be great for those of you also that have your regular JOB and are working from home, and you might be taking a lunch break anyway, that you can hook up with some of your Mary Kay girlfriends. And it's just another way for us to connect. So that's going to be for my personal unit, the Courageous Cadillac Max. And CeCe and Andrea, if you want to do that with your people or something else, I will let you guys take care of that on your own. Okay. Is everybody excited about that? I'm on speaker view, so I have no idea if you just clapped or not. I'm just going to go with that you are, because I'm just going to assume that. All right, quarterly awards and color workshop is this Saturday, the 18th, beginning at 9:30 in the morning. To my unit, I did resend the tracking sheet out to you, your total sheet, to get back to me. And I know Andrea and CeCe are taking care of your people as well. So we're going to have great recognition on Saturday for a really great quarter that you guys have had. And then great ideas and a color clinic, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be right here on Zoom as well. I currently have it listed on our sheet as, or did I email it to you? I don't know. I have it going from like 9:30 to 11:30. In real life, it would have gone till 12:30. This isn't real life. This is a computer. So I have it currently scheduled until 11:30. If you could just allow that much time. If we can get through things sooner, we will. But I want it to be a little bit more interactive with some of the color things that we're going to do, okay? And then if you did not yet watch my live from my Saturday brush tutorial, I would love for you guys to do so. I really liked doing it, and I liked the feedback that I got from my clients already, and I love that you guys were doing feedback at the time also. So thank you for that. That really is truly helpful. And the Shake Up Your Makeup bag, you guys, I'm booking appointments for that, and I think it's going to be a real blast. And I will give you updates as I get them on that. All right, and then lastly, I want to share with you my thoughts. My words are about staying connected. And again, I don't think these B challenges could be any more appropriate than they are. This month is Be a Magnet. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Be a Magnet. So last month was Be Connected, which was perfect for March, wasn't it? To stay connected. And now it's Be a Magnet. Now the company put these out, you guys, a year ahead. So they could not have known all of this was going to happen. And here's why I think it's so incredibly important right now that you are a magnet. You want to be a magnet with your personality, with your business, not a hook. You don't want to try and drag people in. You don't want to try and hook them in. You want to be a magnet with your personality, with your professionalism, with
Sit down and talk to them.
With the verbiage ideas, that you got from CeCe, with the product ideas that you got from Andrea and from Jenny, from the party ideas that you got from Katie and Amanda, and that you're able to check out on the digital tools. Be a magnet. So how many of you, I'm not even gonna because it's just on me right now, but what I'm saying is, I know you guys would raise your hands if I did this. How many of you have been invited to at least one nail party, if not 10 by now? Yeah. How many of them are from people you even know? I'm actually going to show the gallery for this one because I think it's important for all of you. Yeah. Okay. So the hands are going up. Okay. I've now been invited to 3. I wear acrylic nails, by the way. And maybe this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the nail people are thinking the girls can't get their nails done, so let's appeal to these people. Okay, well, I'm still not going to wear stickers over my acrylic because my acrylic is growing out. It's not going to work. But I appreciate their persistence. I appreciate that. I think that's great. But it's so unprofessional, the things that I'm getting from people. I'm like, what even company is this? And is it the person that's inviting me? Are they the person? Who is this? I don't even know. And what I love is that we are far more professional than that. So for instance, when Katie did her party, they had to be invited to the group or to the event for the party. She's not just slamming people, right? Amanda's not just slamming people. And we're going to be magnets during this. We're not going to be hooks. We're not going to be lumped in with people that are preying on people, because there are predators in this world right now There are people preying on elderly about their mortgages, about their insurance, and all of that. There are people in all areas that are preying. Now, you can also be opportunistic, and that is a positive word. You can be opportunistic right now. You can invite more people to your groups. I've been sharing with you guys, I'm inviting people to my groups that are my friends, that are not customers, but they're my friends, like that I talk to all the time. So I'm thinking, why not? And some of them, we have better connections on Facebook than we do in real life, but we have really good connections. So why not? Try it. And if they don't, they don't. Who cares, right? But I did the live brush tutorial because I needed for my growth, for my stepping into my discomfort zone, I needed to be able to do something that was simple for me, but was still a stretch. That was hard for me, you guys, to pull it together because I had to get rid of the idea that it needed to be perfect and all of this. And like I shared with you guys last week, no one else is doing this stuff. You guys are amazing at it. You're the professional beauty consultant. The light doesn't have to be perfect and it doesn't have to be amazing. You just want it to be as good as you possibly can. My window down in my office, once it's dark, is across the room, and I can't sit in front of a window in the evening. So I'm in the back of my office. If you've been down here, you know this is the back of my office with a huge daylight bulb that we've talked about in the past shining down on me right now. By the way, I might have to mimic some of this, not as racing stripey, but I got an idea here. I think I'm going to need to scale back on it a little bit, but I'm kind of digging it. Maybe not with a red shirt from 1985, but thank you for the giggles. I appreciate that. My point is that we're going to be magnets, not hooks. We're going to reach out. We're going to do the personal connection. People want us. People are running out of hair products. People are running out of skincare, makeup. They're running out of things. They're running out of snacks. I don't know. My cupboard is bare because, like I said, let's just make this a goal to like just eat all the food in our house before we buy anything else. Now I've turned it into a game because that's what I do. Turn it into a game. How much crap in my house can we eat right before we go to the store again? And blessings continue to happen because Mason likes to cook. So he cooked a big meal tonight for Dad because he wanted to. And I'm like, yes, you can. He's a terribly messy cook. I don't care. We'll clean it up later because he wanted to do something nice for Dad. And Terry wanted to do something nice for me and made me this fake brownies. They, they taste good, but it's not brownies. It's what it says it's supposed to be. He made it right. It's not brownies. And I'm trying to be really quiet now. It's just more or less a pan of something brown. I mean, it's just, yeah. But he did it. And I didn't ask him. And he researched it on his own. And he knew that I could have all the ingredients. And did I want to try it? And I'm like, absolutely. So I told him tonight, I'm like, well, it's not really brownie-ish. It's more like pudding pie, but it's good. So I'm going to eat some pudding pie. Okay, right, you guys? It's also killing me that I can't hear you because my personality, this is just killing me. So let's go back to being a magnet. And again, trying things that you've not tried before. Okay, I'm going to go back to speaker view. All right. Trying things that you've not tried before. That is what this is going to be about, is continuing to learn. I want to give props to Maggie Sherwin. I saw her do a live about church the other day. Maggie Sherwin, I am incredibly proud of you. So very proud of you for doing that. I knew that was hard for you, and you did a great job. You did a great job. Dawn Whitney did a message on the resurrection on Instagram and on Facebook. Dawn Whitney doesn't do that. She's in Andrea's unit, been with us forever. That was awesome. That was amazing. You guys are stepping out and you're doing really, really great things. And it's going to take a while. It might take a while to learn, and it might take a while to figure out, and it's okay. We got a couple more weeks of this for sure. And then you know what? While you're learning and while you're figuring this out, you're going to have this knowledge and this education that you can use when there's a snow day, when there's a tornado, if you move, if you go on vacation, you're going to have all these different ways that you have learned to do online and virtual tools that you learned during the, as Katie said, the new C word, right? Right? That you learned during this time that you're going to be able to use in the future. I ran into a teacher the other day that said, well, I guess there'll never be any more snow days. I said, I guess you're right. Because if teachers figured out how they can do it for a semester, they can certainly figure out how to do it for one day, right? So that's what's going to happen is we're going to continue to learn and do these different things and get better at them. I'll do Zoom calls more often. I can still do Wednesday check-in working Wednesdays from noon to 12:30. We can still do that. We'll still do Dreaming and Jammies. I got some of these ideas from $1 Million Sales Director Catherine Longley, who's doing them and has been doing them for months. So it didn't have to do with the virus why she started doing it. She does a lot of things from her electronically because her unit is all around the United States. So I'm just going to encourage you to stay connected, my friend. My friends. Okay, being a magnet, not a hook. And you never know. Okay, so remember we're talking about abundance. So I had shared with you, I think here, Amanda said, I actually love those Zooms in the sense the virus has been a blessing. Oh, absolutely, Amanda, 100%. 100%. I can see it when it comes live. I just can't see it after that. So I shared with you guys, I think someone named Lisa Marie that had requested some samples and said that she was out of work at a restaurant and wanted some samples. And I said, absolutely. This is the third time, you guys, she has asked me for samples over the last few years. She got back to me today. Now, my goal is to do a FaceTime with her. Hasn't happened yet. She tried some of them without me. She had a question. She said that she wanted to know, could she do one piece at a time? Does she have to buy it all at once, or can she do one piece at a time? She got her unemployment check. She's hoping for her stimulus check. Maybe she would buy more. I said, you can definitely buy one at a time. You can do whatever is best for you. She said, how do I order? Can I go to your website? I said, you can, or you can just tell me right here. We were on Messenger. And I said, and I'll take care of it for you. She lives literally down the road. And you guys, she messaged me today. Now, again, remember, this is the third time she's asked me for things. And the first time we've actually had a conversation. And she said her boyfriend said he would pay for it. She could buy the whole set of products on Thursday. Oh, and then how much is this and this? So I'm pretty sure we're at the miracle set, the pore minimizer, and a serum. I think that's where we're at. Okay. This wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened because she ran out of something and is unemployed that she asked me for samples. Okay. I'm a recruiter too, by the way. Thank you, CC. Thank you. CC said, wow. I'm just going to recruit her. And then I found out she's a friend of mine's sister, and I may have met her once years ago, and I'm really good friends with her sister. Her sister's name's Lori. And I texted Lori again today. I was like, this is your sister, right? Because, I might have met her a really long time ago, but I'm pretty sure it's your sister. She said, absolutely. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm confirming that, And I thought, you guys, this is what we're doing. This is what's happening. My boys have gotten more business, Mary Kay business conversations and business like as a leader in the last several days. Do you know who is really good at listening to me and giving me his opinion? Carson, the baby. He listens, he asks questions. By the way, he knows all of you because I always talk about you guys. And he asks questions and he goes, oh, well, Mom, you wouldn't have gotten this if this wouldn't have happened and this wouldn't have happened. And what about this? And I said, yep. And then Mason got to hear me just go nuts today about something else that happened. And he just kind of looked at me, but he's a good listener and he's a good hugger. So I said, can I just please have a hug? Because I need some interaction right now. So my 5'10", 240, 50-pound lineman stood up and gave me a great big hug and thanked his mom, or I thanked him. And then we played a quick round of cards because that was good for my mental health and those boys. So those boys actually helped prepare this meeting tonight. And then side note, how Carson was texting me when we first started. He has since texted me and apologized to you all because he said, I forgot you were in your meeting. So that's what that 16-year-old said. All right, so let's be a magnet, let's not be a hook. Okay, I got you back on gallery view so everyone can see you in the recording. Continue to reach out. You may have seen, raise your hand if you saw that on In Touch, the company has temporarily suspended the PCP program for this. Yes. Okay. So the sales directors and I got a email earlier this afternoon, and they are so apologetic, you guys. So basically what's happening is, you know, there's going to be products coming out, and because there's always new summer products, right? Or spring products. And because of our needing to rely on other companies for ingredients or whatever, you know, it's not just Mary Kay making up the whole world here. They've had to scale back on some things that they were producing and some literature and whatever. And remember, 18 months ahead is when they come up with things. So we are now not, potentially not going to be able to deliver exactly what we would have liked to have done under normal circumstances. So what the company is doing by halting the PCP, the not mailing out the lookbooks for your customers, they are protecting you from getting too many questions on, I want to try this new product, and you're like, yeah, we might not have it yet. So the company is doing their very, very best that they can to protect us, right? Now also, because we were deemed as essential, you make sure you keep promoting your cleansers, your skincare, your body care, your satin hands, and your satin lips, because that is why we were allowed to stay open. That is exactly why. So that's what you want to promote right now. And that's what the world should really be using anyway right now, right? So I know people are feeling like they want a new eyeshadow. Sell them a new eyeshadow. I'm not saying don't do that, right? Because it's spring and people want to try new things. I get that. Just know that the company would like us to focus on that. And then they're going to continue to do their best with getting the samples in. So we're mailing out, you know, the sampler strips of the, you know, Time-Wise 3D or the masking or what have you, and color, you know, continue to do that. They're going to do their very best to keep up with the ordering on that, and just realize that we might have some, you know, temporary stock issues, but this is all new for everybody, right? We've never been through this before. So they couldn't have foreseen this either. So I just know that they have our best interests at heart, and they are doing everything that they possibly can to make sure that we have what we need and when we need it. So stay connected to your clients, stay connected to each other, and know that Mary Kay has our back, your sales directors have your back, I have your back, and we love each and every one of you. Okay? Thank you back. Thank you. I love you guys. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you. Thank you all. We will see you tomorrow night for Dreamin' and Jammies, okay?
2020
right.
jammies, though.
What?
2020 jammies. Not 80s jammies.
Yeah. Okay, sure. 2020s. Yeah. Okay. Bye, you guys. Love you.